Do you know what your friend is saying about you? Do you know that your boss doesn't like you? How often have you heard such comments? And what do you do with those comments? You can ignore them as rumors, as baseless comments, and move on, or sometimes you actually grow a suspicion in your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. In our series of Campus to Karmabhoomi, today is the 26th episode. As you know, the first 21 episodes we focused on personal excellence, and now from 22 onwards, we have been talking about factors such as building trust with others, disagreements with others, empathizing with others, and so on. So basically, I'm trying to focus on working with others now. As usual, I will pick up something from our day to day lives and connect them with the wisdom which is there in the ancient texts. Today, I'm going to talk about gossip. It's a very common phenomenon in our workplaces, but often at our campuses, at our homes and communities, we really don't talk about how to deal with them meaningfully. Let me pick up a story from Panchatantra. In a forest, there used to be a lion who was the king. He was nice to all. One day, he was feeling thirsty. He was going to drink water and he heard a sound that frightened the Lion King. He hadn't heard such a sound earlier. He was wondering where is this sound coming from, but he was actually frightened. He came back and he called his minister a jackal, one of the ministers. The jackal was cunning. The jackal could find solutions to most problems of the king. So the lion asked the jackal to find out where this sound comes from. Who's this animal living in his forest that he doesn't know? So the jackal did some work and after a few days brought that animal to the lion. And lion saw a huge bull. Probably it had come from some other place and it had started living in that jungle. Interestingly, the bull and the lion became friends. The lion became fond of this bull. This bull was nice, had very nice, interesting perspectives to offer to the king. And king eventually made the bull another minister. Jackal was very envious of this development. He was jealous of the king's friendship with his colleague minister, the bull. He wanted to do something about it and he wanted to take a kind of a revenge against the bull. He thought that the lion should kill this bull. He started plotting his plan. So he would one day go and talk to the lion against the bull. Another day he would go and talk to the bull against the lion. This he continued in almost like a circle until the bull believed that the lion is going to kill him. And at the same time, the lion believed that the bull is no more liking the lion and the bull is trying to make its own plan to take over the kingdom. And finally, the two good friends become enemies and the bull gets killed. The lion feels sad that he had to kill his friend, but the lion believed that his friend was his enemy. In Panchatantra, this is called Mitra Veda. That means division of mitras, friends. So this happens at our workplace. I have seen it many a times. Your friend comes and tells you that hey, somebody else is taking your credit. Someone comes and tells you, hey, do you know that your boss is talking so and so about you to so and so? So it's all about Mitra Veda, making divisions amongst friends. So the lesson here is the bull, neither the lion, invested their time and energy in questioning what they were hearing. They believed what the jackal said. Secondly, they never invested their time and energy and their wisdom or their intellect to talk to each other to re-establish the fact that they were enemies. They did not question what they heard and they did not revalidate that belief. So it's simple. Whenever you feel the information that you are getting is not from the direct source, number one, we need to always question the veracity of what we hear. And second, we must, as much as possible, try to revalidate it and re-establish our communication channels rather than assuming that our friend knows the fact. Sometimes it may just be wrong interpretation of what we hear. And based on what we hear, we conclude, we make something up in our mind. When we hear such negative things, we go back in time and try to reconstruct all negative kind of images about the other person. Whenever it is a short communication, a short message, a short email, we tend to think whether the other person is becoming rude to me. Whenever there is a little bit of a delay in communication or a response, we think whether we are being ignored, whether this is all intentional, and so on and so forth. Let's avoid all kind of miscommunication. Let's understand and practice dealing with gossip in a meaningful and fruitful manner. I look forward to our future conversations.